Today I'm going to talk about the Omega Semaster 300M in all black. Welcome back everyone to another episode, and today I'm going to talk about this exact watch here, namely the Omega Semaster 300M in all black. Last week's episode I talked about the Omega Speedmaster chronoscope, and this week I have the opportunity to talk about another great Omega, namely the Omega Semaster. And the one that I have here is truly impressive. The watch I have is the all-black Omega Semaster 300M. Let's talk about the specs. It has a case diameter of 43.5 millimeters, but don't get discouraged by the size because it does actually fit quite nicely on my 16.5 centimeter wrist. It might look big on paper, but it actually wears really nicely on the wrist. Let me tell you this, I am having a hard time giving the watch back. Next up, the watch is of course 300 meter water resistant, as it says in the title of course, and it's fully made out of ceramic, and I'm truly impressed by that as well. Just looks gorgeous. It's not really super black, it's more like this grayish black, but it just looks stunning on the wrist. You have this beautiful dial where the hands and the indices are blacked out as well, or grayed out as well. And then you have the wave pattern on the dial, which is nice, and I like it. The fun thing here is when moving the watch around and trying to look at the time, you have the reflections that are going on. So it is actually pretty easy to read the time if there's enough light around. And if not, it has some cool lume, again, also going on. It's not that hard to tell the time even though it's blacked out. The thing that I really don't like the most is, again, we have 21 millimeter lugs, which is kind of hard for me to work with because my collection consists of a lot of 20 millimeter watch straps, so 21 is not my thing, but of course there's always a way, and we'll get into the styling in just a second. The watch is anti-magnetic, it is automatic as well, and has 55 hours of power reserve. And you can look at the movement with the open case back. So let me tell you why I like the watch the most. So first of all, surprisingly, I like the size, and I like the minimalistic approach as well. There's no date, there's nothing, not too much color going around. It's just this monotone black or grayish theme, which makes the watch very wearable in a lot of situations. And to add on that, I have been enjoying black and white style for quite some time now. It's just easy. It's, well, you always feel dressed and you don't have to think about too much in terms of color combinations. With that being said, black, gray, white just work very nicely together. But let's get into the styling. I have 3 straps here with me today. Again, like in the video with the chronoscope, I have left the original bracelet or strap on the watch because, first of all, it's integrated, it attaches to the case. And second of all, I liked the overall theme that it's a black strap that works with the watch, and easy choice. Any black strap that you put on here, if you want to, you can put on an alligator strap to make it a bit more elegant, a bit more formal. However, wearing it on a black strap will make the watch very low key and yeah, easy to wear basically. Next up, I have a second strap that I chose. This is the Hirsch Tritone Kudu, which has this very nice kudu antelope upper material. I wanted to try out a bit more of a rugged vintage look with the Seamaster, and I must say that leather straps can work very nicely with the watch, especially if they are gray, and therefore making this a bit more of a strap that you can wear on a day-to-day basis, even the office for example, or matching it to a more casual style, to be honest. Last but not least, of course, I tried something a bit out of the ordinary. I have a camouflage strap made out of rubber as well. It's called John from Hirsch, and I chose this one to give the watch, well, to make it pop out a bit more, make it a bit more funky. And I must say, I was truly impressed by the color combination, because this combo of the camouflage in gray, black, and this light gray actually works very, very nicely with the black and gray on the Omega Semaster. This works very nicely with the color combo that you have on the camouflage strap. And it makes the watch a bit more fashionable, and also makes it stand out just a little bit more. I really recommend you, if you're looking into watches, go and try them out, have them on your wrist, because you'll be surprised that some of the bigger or smaller watches can actually fit to your wrist. And I was just having a conversation earlier today with a friend over on Instagram, where he actually pointed out that even though the circumference, or mine might be 16.5, some might have a similar circumference, however, having a thicker or wider wrist overall, making the fact that the diameter of a watch doesn't really tell you not a lot of how the watch actually sits on your wrist. That being said, as always, if you like the video, please do subscribe, and if you feel like it, put a thumbs up as well. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye. Okay, so which of these, maybe the classic one, white dial, maybe that one would be nice.